Oh, God. Jesus. Please do not squat like that.
What's wrong? What's going on? Are we live?
Yeah, we're live. Now smash that football sign over there by Georgia. Now make those fans happy and smash that Georgia football in the background. Sing the lyrics, please. You know them.
I got you. Here we go. Oh, if I had a daughter, sir, I'd dress her white gold. I put her on the campus. You're feel brave and bold. But if I had a son, sir, I tell you what, he dealt with Georgia like his daddy used to. Yeah! Let's go!
This is unhinged.
Wow! Yes!
Yeah, there you go, right there. Close enough. Now let's keep the comments a little. Let's clean up our acting there, guys.
Ralph.
Yes.
Ralph.
I put the only thing I had Georgia Tech wise on. There's nothing really. It's just an Atlanta Braves beanie. So I'll rep the A for the Braves and Georgia Tech right now.
What even just happened? What even just happened?
Dude. So you got, I guess you watched more of the game I did.
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
I got watched the whole second half. You know what? Here he is. Here's the answer right there. It's true. I mean, he's playing to the last minute, you know?
Yeah.
Hold on. No, I'm trying to get Matt's comment up. Matt, it's been a long day. I had a wedding to go to
Ralph's
today.
at a wedding.
So I'm a little tired.
Holy
look, I'll say this. Jesus. It's the approach to Tech. That's a big win. You know, you get overlooked. I think you and I talked about it. You know, their Texas. Just watching when you get overlooked. It's what Georgia Tech did last week. I don't want to bring it up. I know last week was rough, but you overlooked Bowling Green. You got beat. Miami overlooked you. You beat them.
Yeah.
You take this win. You move on. Use it for momentum. Try to get a bowl game now.
Yeah.
So, but like I said, man, it's a good win. I mean, I think someone put in Discord. It's not flashy. It's not pretty. It's a win. So
I just watched the opening of this video. Wow.
Just my only thing for Miami is what the hell are you wearing tonight? Those jerseys were terrible, man. Terrible.
Wow. Ralph, appreciate you. I'm going to put you in the background now. Is that cool? Appreciate you. Let's rock and roll. Ladies and gentlemen, look, we're going to have the phone lines open. We're going to hear. We're going to take your calls.
No, we're not.
Yes, we are.
No,
do you know how rare this is? Yeah,
a Tech win, yes.
Let's go.
What they don't know is I actually shaved my head.
Now, look, typically, I don't know what the heck he's talking about. Typically, we're going to get the phone lines in here, everyone. Okay, no worries. We're going to take care of you. Put that number up. Wow. Get your comments in. Share with your friends. Nuts. Bonkers. We're just playing music. Yeah. Back to the basement. Wow. Ralph, what was that? I do want to start off with this. And look, we have a Ming. There you go, Ming. There you go. Hey, look, appreciate you. Make sure to like the video. We got 51 people watching live. Miami lost to To Bowling Green, essentially. Yeah, and then Bowling Green lost to who did Bowling Green lose to, Ralph, today? Miami of Ohio, who lost to Miami. So it's all cyclical. So really, Miami of Ohio should have beat Miami. Wow, 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 wow. Throw up Andrew Scheibel's comment before we really get into this. Yeah, it's crazy. Hey, listen, thanks everyone for tuning in. What a finish. Now, look, I'm pumped. I'm psyched. I called Ralph, could not believe it. This is nuts. Let me just say this first.
No. You called me and you were behind in the game because I watched a touchdown and then 15 seconds later you watched it happen. So I'm sitting here like,
yeah,
well, I was telling you players are getting hit with water bottles, and you're like, what?
yeah, that's wild. It's wild. Hey, look, appreciate you tuning in. 67 people in the live video. I want 100. I want 100 people watching this live stream. I still don't know what happened. I changed the channel to American Sniper and saw a bunch of texts. Now I'm here. Brennan, you don't know what happened? The biggest coaching gaffe in Ralph. This might be one of the biggest coaching staffs we've seen literally ever. If you're just now joining us, you have no clue what's going on. Like, you don't have an earthly idea of what's happening. Miami. I just can't believe this. Miami should have kneeled the ball. They should have kneeled. And they didn't. They fumble it. And just like in NCAA Dynasty, Haynes King finds Christian Leary 4-6 with what was 2 seconds left in the game. Nuts. Absolutely nuts. Live reaction. Wow. That's crazy. Crazy. Hey, if you like the hat, check it out. Whiskey Pines Hat Company, Section 103 merch. Use code CrowdedBooth, 10% off your first order. We're gonna react to this. We're gonna talk about this. 96 people in the live. Come on, 4 more people. That was amazing. This team. Someone call Will. Ralph, call Will right now. Call Will right now. Wow. Biggest blunder in college football history, was it? That was crazy. Crazy. Look, 102. We hit over 100 people in the live stream. No, Zach, I didn't. Zach, look, I wanted Tech to win. I said as much. I said that I wanted Tech to win. But let's go. Let's go. Now we're back down to 86. 16 people just said, no, we don't want to watch this anymore. Okay, let's talk this. Let's talk about this. Just nuts. Absolutely bonkers that what we just watched. Georgia Tech, in no way, shape, form, or fashion, should have won this football game. 250 yards of total offense, and I'm pretty sure Will did not answer. And I'm pretty sure they did not have over like 2. Well, I don't know what the final drive stats was. I'm going to look at this real quick. They went 74 yards on the final drive. Guys, they had under 200 yards on the road and still how won this game and until the last drive there. Just nuts. Just nuts. I mean, I don't even know what to say. I genuinely don't even know what to say. That was crazy. You should have, Ming. You should have. Absolutely nuts. Let's talk about this game. Crazy. Look, you didn't deserve to win this football game in any shape, form, fashion, but these are the ones that you have to win. Brent Key said in the post-game interview with the sideline reporter for ACC Network, he said he said, like, this is what you prepare for, or something like that. Like, that's absolutely incorrect. Like, no one prepares to play this game. Tech played awful. Like, this was one of the worst football games outside. One of the worst football games outside of the Virginia game last year that I've watched. The offense didn't do anything the entire game. Run game, essentially non-existent. Passing game, offensive line didn't play well. This is kind of crazy. This is wild. This is crazy. You know what, Ralph? I think I'm gonna have to do a detailed show maybe on Tuesday just to kind of think about this. We're gonna open up the phone lines. That's just what we're gonna do. So we're opening up the phone lines right there. If you want to call in, dude, because I don't even know what to say. Ralph, where is it? Where is this? Well, I don't even know where to go, man. I just can't even believe this. This is definitely not going to be a podcast. This is just be archived. Call the show, 706-940-2315. Open up the phone lines, and we're going to, I got to do this real quick. That's not what you want to see. Get that out of there. Get that away. Call right now if you want to. Call the show, 706-940-2315. We got a call. I don't know if we can hear him, though. Can you hear it, Ralph? You can? I can't hear it. Could be a problem. Hey, welcome in. Can you hear us? Dr. Bob, the intern, first call of the night.
Hey, we can't hear him on our end. No, I can't hear Dr. Bob.
Dr. Bob, wait 1 second. Dr. Bob, we can't hear you on the stream. We're going to have to get that fixed real quick, okay? Just go ahead and call back for us real quick. Okay, I'm gonna just turn.
Shut the line down real quick. Shut the line down. Oh God, here we go.
Yeah, I'm gonna just shut this line off real quick. What's the deal, man? What's the deal with that, Ralph? You know what? I'm gonna have to what is happening? Where are we? What is going on, man? What's going on? We want to call in. I want to. I just don't know how to do it. What do we do? See, we just weren't prepared for this. I had the thumbnail made and everything. Can you hear that, Ralph? Hello? Can you hear it, Ralph? I can't hear it. We can't hear it. Okay, you know what? We've lost 2 viewers. Will Discord call work? I don't know. Ralph, we might just put it ring, but you can't hear. It's not what you want to see. It's not what you want to see. That's feeble. Oh, that's why, Ralph. It wasn't on the stage. Call back now. All right, we're taking calls now. I messed it up. Here we go. Dr. Bob, go ahead and call back in. Open the phone lines, 706-940-23140. Dr. Bob, can you hear us?
This isn't Dr. Bob.
Oh, who is this?
It's Matt Brook.
Matt Brook. Can you hear it, Ralph?
Just hang up on him, please.
All right, Matt. Tell me how you're feeling.
I don't even know what to say right now. I watched the last 2 minutes and didn't even say a word. No cuss words, no alcohol, no Zens. I don't even know what to say.
I don't even know what to say.
Matt,
can we just get this for the record real quick?
Can
we just get this? Tech shouldn't have won this game. Should not have won this game in any form or fashion. Did not deserve. Played terrible. Yeah, played terrible. Anyways, what you got? Go ahead.
How do you lose to Bowling Green and then beat Miami with 1 second left and have the balls to walk up to the camera and say that you're happy? I would be fucking crying.
Look, it's I don't blame you, Matt. We're gonna go to another caller. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't even know what to say. This Tech did not play well in this game by any means. And Ralph, my man, has done it. Ralph is here. Get everybody. There we go. All right, we got another caller on the line.
Hey, Bryce, can you hear me?
Dr. Bob, apologies on that. We had to fix something on our end, so we're good. You're ready to roll.
No, this is Andrew Scheibel. Can you hear me?
Andrew, I'm sorry. You sounded like Dr. Bob. Apologies.
No, you're good.
Andrew, what just
Is this
happened?
not the most
What just
Tech
happened?
thing ever? Is this not the most Georgia Tech thing ever to lose to Bowling Green and pull off this game?
Dude.
I was literally when I thought Miami was going to kneel the ball, I literally had muted the game and walked over to my fridge to pull out and reheat some leftover chili because I thought the game was over. And I have a friend who's a Miami fan who was at the game and texted me and said, "Put the game back on."
Jeez, man, it is wow. I don't even.
And
I don't even know what to say.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, well, I'm saying I don't even know what to say. Just keep going.
I mean, it's like I don't know how to feel about it because I'm so excited, but also, like you said, like I don't think either team deserved to win this game. I think both teams lost, and Miami just lost worse.
Was that the biggest coaching blunder ever? Like, was that?
Yes.
That was terrible. Absolutely awful.
It's the ultimate definition of you have one job.
It's I don't know, man. But hey, Andrew, I appreciate you, man. We're gonna we got like 10 other callers lined up. But so yeah, we'll
all right.
Yeah, we'll go.
But all right, go Jackets.
Yes, sir. Yes,
All
sir.
right,
all right, we're going into the next caller. Is this Dr. Bob?
This is he. Can you hear me, Bryce?
We can hear you. We're gonna
Excellent.
oh no, I just hung up on Dr. Bob. Who is this? Dr. Bob,
My
is this
face.
Yes, third time's a charm.
Jeez, Ralph, get out of here. Let Dr. Bob
Don't
talk.
you ever hang up on him again,
Yeah.
please.
Oh my gosh. This was like I have a friend from Tech whose wife is being induced tomorrow, and yet he calls me at 11:45. And it's just like it's unbelievable. I think the only game, so here's my intern duty right now. I think the only other game in college football history that compares to this is UNLV Baylor in 1999. Baylor could just knee on the ball.
He was there.
They were on the 1 yard line. They tried to go in, fumbled. UNLV returns at 99 yards, scoop and score ball game as time expired. So
wow,
that's the only game I can think in college football history. But I mean, what a win. Like, this is program altering. You know, a lot of people thought Key was dead in the water. I saw the team fight. I went to the Wake Forest game. You know, I live up here in North Carolina right now. I'll be back there in Louisiana next year.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, I saw the team fight through that game. I think we've won like 5 of the last 6 ACC road games that we've played, like going back to last year. So, I mean, this team, when we go on the road, when we have laid an egg the week before, that's the thing that I see out of Key that we did not have the past, you know, three plus, you know, years, is that this team fights. This team plays for Key. Key, you know, and as a Tech alum, he sounds like one of us. You know, this is a guy who's no excuses. He just tells it straight like it is. You know, he knows Tech is hard, and these kids, you know, that's what I remember out of vintage Georgia Tech football is just, you know, the guys, you know, yeah, the school is hard, but they just play hard. And they played 60 minutes. You saw the pregame speech that he gave, and, you know, literally 60 minutes. So just what a win. I'll get out of here so the other callers can call in. I look forward to talking to y'all later this week. But wow, just this is my second favorite Georgia Tech win after UGA 2008 when I was a freshman at Tech there in Sanford Stadium, watching us, you know, walk off that field with a win. And I'm not saying we're going to beat them again anytime soon, but, you know, what a way to climb, to get back on the ladder after last week and start climbing up that ladder again. So just so proud of my school, so proud of, you know, those players, the coaching staff. We can talk more about that later this week, but just what a win. It erases everything from last week. And now we get a fresh start, 3-3 heading into the bye week. You know, we have a whole new season ahead of us. So thanks, Bryce, for taking my call, and I'll let you get to some other callers. So have a good night. I'll talk to you later this week. All right.
Appreciate it, Dr. Bob. Thanks so much for all you do, my man. We're going to get to the next
Yes, sir.
caller here. Get the next caller. What's your name? Where are you calling from? You're on live here on Swarm Talk.
Hey, Sean,
Sean,
and I'm from Flower Branch, Georgia.
Sean, tell me what you're thinking, my man. How you feeling?
Dude, first of all, I'm feeling insanely surprised. Like, this is nuts. It makes no sense what just happened. But I don't know. For the whole time during the game, I was a little bit upset because of the play calling. It didn't make any sense. First of all, the defense, they deserve all the credit tonight. That was an insane game. What a game by the defense. I mean, you want to talk about Kevin Sherrod taking over the defense and doing what they got to do. They did exactly what they needed to do tonight.
Yeah.
That was an amazing game. But there's a lot of things. The pick six that happened late in the game, and then Buster Faulkner with the play calling after that was not good. I mean, that was when it comes down to it. I can't believe trick plays, putting Zach Pyron in the game made no sense to me. But what a win, an amazing win. I mean, it's one of the insane things I've ever seen in my life after the night. It made no sense. But it was a hell of a game. But Buster Faulkner, we might need to question if we need to do a little bit more with this after this season, because I don't know what's going to happen with this. But amazing win. I love it. Love the show. That's it. Amazing win. Let's go Tech. Go Jackets.
Awesome.
I want to cuss, but I'll leave it as what it is. Let's go. Go Jackets, baby.
Appreciate it, Sean. We're going to move on to the next caller here. We got another number. This number's been calling in. Give me your name, where you're calling from, and welcome to Swarm Talk.
Hey, Bryce. This is Luis from the Discord.
Awesome. Luis, how you feeling?
Arlington, Virginia. Man, that was incredible. You know, I held hope the entire time that we could pull the win out. And I know there were a lot of people on the Discord and on social media who were saying that we were going to lose this game 30, 40 points. I knew that we were going to come out of that Bowling Green game. And, I knew that Coach Key was going to, you can argue about whether or not demoting Thacker was the right move, but I knew that we weren't going to see that same exact defense again. I knew it was going to be something that they were going to come out playing with a chip on their shoulder, knowing that they had to prove themselves, knowing that this could be a turning point in the season. And you just have to think about what this win means for the players of the team. The confidence boost that this is for the team is going to be crazy for the rest of the season. I mean, I feel like the momentum that this could give us is just going to be amazing.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm with you, Luis. Appreciate you calling in. I'm with you. I mean, look, there's a lot of things that I want to talk about, and things that are not good. Things that are just not good about this game. This was not some really good football play. And Luis, we're gonna get to keep going to other callers. It wasn't good football. That's bottom line. This wasn't good football, and you found a way. And so what does it do? It opens up the confidence. Make sure you let's get to the next keep rolling along the phone lines. Welcome to Swarm Talk. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, this is David from Macon.
David, walk me through what you just watched.
If this is a miracle we had the miracle on Techwood Drive. This is a miracle in Miami. Holy cow. Like, it was an absolute up and down roller coaster. Amazing. I just, this team is just insane. I just have no words to describe this win.
Yeah, no. I mean, I appreciate that, Matt, on the super chat as well. David, where did you wake family up watching this one? Because I know it's late over there on the East Coast.
Yes, screaming, hollering. Oh my gosh, I still can't believe this. Oh my,
it's nuts. It's nuts. Hey, we're gonna keep going to the calls, but appreciate you talking, and we'll keep going. No, we got another caller here. Welcome to Swarm Talk. Bryce Koon here, the host. And what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, Bryce. This is Mark from Marietta.
Mark, man, how you feeling, Mark? Be honest with me.
Bryce, I'll tell you, it's one of those things where I feel so conflicted because I felt so confident going into halftime. I mean, we held their offense to 3 points. I mean, we were down, but I didn't feel out of it. And, watching our offense claw back in the second half, it just felt amazing. And then watching so many bad plays defensively, and it seemed like we couldn't stop their one single play. And I don't know if you remember back, but even the rigged Miami offenses would always find one play that they could just gash Georgia Tech for 10 or 15 plays. It always felt like we would find a way to be in the game, and then Miami would put it away with something that we just simply couldn't stop. And then they kept running that dive play, and we were able to cause the fumble. And I was like, okay, I'm not going to get my hopes up because this is just another game that we're going to pretend like we're in, and then we're going to lose at the end. And then sure enough, we get the fumble, and I was like, okay, don't get too excited. And then we, make a big play with Malik Rutherford to get down the field to, get in field goal range. I was like, all right, maybe we can tie this up and get into overtime. And then we win the game. And I don't even know what to say right now. I mean, it feels like this is a completely different team than I've seen the first 3 or 4 or 5 weeks since the Louisville game, and just so excited.
And look, man, I think you should be. There's no doubt about it. Appreciate you calling in. I want to do this real quick. We're going to close the phone lines just for a second. Ralph, I got this that I want to share. Y'all look at this. Andrew Scheibel put this up in the Discord. If you're not a part of the Discord, you need to join. You need to you need to join. It's a great time. Ralph, look at this. This is the probability of which this game went, and this is done over by ESPN. I don't think we've ever seen anything like that. I don't think that we've ever seen anything quite like that. Wow. The reversal of win probability, just nuts. I mean, just absolutely, just like I said, just nuts. We need to close that out. I don't need to be showing that by any means. Man, what just happened? So Georgia Tech wins this game. We'll get to a couple stats. Phone lines are back open if you want to call. I know we had a bunch of people calling that weren't able to get in. And once again, appreciate you in that. So make sure you get your calls in. You see the number right down below. A couple of the stats in this one. We'll wait for it. We'll wait for it. We're going to. Thanks so much for tuning in. Swarm Talk. My name is Bryce Koon. You're on live. What's your name and where are you calling from?
This is Michael Wayne calling from King, North Carolina.
All right, real quick, Michael. I know that Michael, you and I know each other. And once again, we got another caller. Just wait 1 second on that. We'll get to you. Michael, do you have the link to Andy Demetra's call?
Yes, it's in the Discord and in the chat here.
Okay. While you go ahead, let me know what you think, and I'm going to go find this. But yes, Ralph, can you go find it? Michael Lane's comment and find that link and send it in that private chat here on the StreamYard. And all right, Michael, go ahead.
There's no
let me know what you're thinking.
We were not the better team on the field tonight. Didn't play a great game, but the defense was much improved. They could actually tackle. They didn't just go high; they went low, and I think that. I mean, ultimately, Cristobal's calls what won us the game, but I think the defense put us in the position to be able to win that game, and that was huge.
It was huge. And look, you talked about this, and this is something too. Like, did Miami play well? No. Tyler Van Dyke played awful. Like, he looked nothing like the quarterback we had seen. But that being said, like, does Tech still have tons of things to fix? And I'll, like, for one night, we're going to enjoy this. You know what I mean? There's a lot of questions I still have about this team and the program in general. But for one night, we're going to, I will say in the span of like literally 30 seconds, the tune of this show changed dramatically. And I'm sure from the fan base as well, Michael. But yeah, no, we're going to find that call and appreciate you linking that in there. But I mean, Michael, I'll ask you this real quick. Where do you think we go from here? Like, what happens next in your opinion? What can this do going into the bye week, which I will say is a much needed bye week?
Well, the next team is what, BC, right?
You're going to have BC at home, which you feel like got to be a win at this point.
So that's what we've got a chance to go above 500 for the first time since 2018. So that's a big deal. And I mean, I know there's lots of conversation about this in the Discord, but ultimately this team is not who they were for the last 4 years. They've got grit, they've got tenacity that they have not had, and it's something to build on.
Yeah, no, agreed. We're gonna take one more call here. No, yeah, of course. And we're gonna take one more call here. Actually, you know what, Ralph? I'm gonna close the lines. I want to be able to listen to this call uninterrupted, and then we're gonna go here. I've got it right here, Ralph. I'll share. And we're gonna add to the stage.
King with 10 seconds to go from the 44. Snap back to King. Bust out to his right. Looking. 5 seconds to go. He will toss it into the end zone at the 5. Larry into the end zone. Touchdown Jackets. Touchdown Jackets. 1 second left. Question Larry. What did we just witness? Throwing downfield to Christian Leary, who got behind the defense at the 5. And it's 23-20 Jackets. I see it, and I still don't believe it.
Wow, that's pretty cool. That's really pretty cool. We're going to get over to a couple of more calls here. As we continue with the show, we appreciate so much once again. Over 100 people watching. You've done great on the numbers. If you've watched, you subscribed. We appreciate you, but still, there's 37% of you. We flipped it. It was like over 50. 37% of you that are watching our videos are not even subscribed, and it's completely free. You just hit the subscribe button. It helps us in the algorithm, and I think you're obviously seeing too. This is a really fun community that we've really built from nothing, and absolutely love it. So, wow. All right, we're going to open back up the phone lines here for just a couple more minutes. I know, are we past midnight on the East Coast? We are. It's 12:16 over there in the great state of Georgia. Here in Louisiana, not quite that time. Open back up the phone lines. I know we got a couple here that we're going to get to. But like I was saying, hey, I mean, look, a win is a win. We're going to diagnose this game. And Matt, you bring up a great point. I say you didn't deserve to win this game. But, both teams made plays. They didn't deserve to win the game. In the end, you had to execute. And some way, they were able to. They were able to. This call right here. Hey, thanks so much for calling in. You're live here. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, my name is Rod, and I'm from Fayette County.
All right, Rod. How you? I mean, just walk me through the emotions when you saw the ball fall into Leary's hands.
Dude, it was a miracle, man. Like, just enjoy the moment tonight. The defense played okay. They actually tackled. They had some heart. I saw two guys. I saw guys diving on the pile. But dude, Miami just choked tonight. Like, it was just you just can't overlook that fact. And we were lucky to escape with that win. I mean, it was a hard-fought game. Typical Miami Hurricanes, overhyped per usual. They tried to put us on Friday night, prime time, gas up Miami, wobbity woo. They do this every 5 years. And if that's really the best feeling, is just to stick it to ESPN and all the guys that doubted us. But oh my God, dude, I still cannot believe we won that game. It was over. Like, I left my room, and then the announcer just starts yelling, "He's fumbled it. These idiots!" Like,
I think it's the biggest blunder. I think it's the biggest blunder we've seen. I mean, that's coaching malpractice. Like, what not to do as a coach in 101. I think if you're Mario Cristobal.
Exactly. I think that's just the story. He just had to fall on the ball. He could have got a false start, delay a game, and they would have ran the clock again. The game would have been over. He didn't have to snap it.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say, man. I don't genuinely do not know what to say. But hey, appreciate you calling in. We got a long line of callers, but thanks so much. Keep the calls rolling. Ralph, you're in the background. They should have kneeled. They just should have kneeled. This is absolutely wild. Make sure to call the show 706-940-2315. Hey, that queue is filling up fast. We're going to be live here for maybe about 15 more minutes. Guys, there's no stat that you can look at and you say Georgia Tech. This is why college football is amazing. There's no stat that you should be able to say except And that's what makes college football so great. It defines what you're trying to do. Let's get into another caller here. Hey, welcome to Swarm Talk Live here. Georgia Tech just stunned Miami. Walk me through the emotions. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
All right, so this is Chris from Central. So to walk you through the emotions, dude, all my neighbors piss me. I don't care. Yeah, so Miami should have nailed it. They had every opportunity in the world to win that game. Honestly, I think this is where Tech is. I think this is a more realistic view of what this team should have been this year. Better on defense. Offensive line did not play as great as they should have. Offense wasn't great. This is the team we expect going into this year.
Yeah. I mean, look, there's still so many inconsistencies. I mean, we can sit there and say that, and you can look at it two different ways. You're still extremely frustrated they lost to Bowling Green, which you should be. And I will say, I know a caller earlier said it erases it. It doesn't for me. Like it does. It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't erase it for me. It just, for my opinion.
I was at the Bowling Green game. We left at halftime to go to the Braves game.
Which,
but this is a completely different team.
Yeah. No, I agree.
I will say this for all the Tech fans listening. I had multiple Georgia fans call me after a game like, did that really just happen? And yes, that really just happened. We got the next 48 hours to be happy, and let's go into a bye week and then get ready for what's next.
Yeah, get ready for the I'm with
you.
Yeah, Boston College.
And actually, Boston College, their quarterback, his cousin, is my next door neighbor. So when you want some insight on that, holler at your boy.
Sounds good. Guys. Appreciate you, man. Absolutely appreciate it. Hey, let's keep the phone lines rolling here. Look, Hayden Murphy said it earlier. You won the turnover margin. That was something that I keyed in on, as one of the keys to this game. You'd have to go win the turnover margin. I will say this. I don't think this is this is going to put a damper on it, and maybe we should just hold it. Ralph, should we just hold it until like Tuesday night or something like that when I do a show? Because I think if we're just honest with ourselves, I do this team still has such a long way to go. There was some really bad football played out there. You didn't really look competent offensively. You can't. This is a lot of fun. Maxwell says it. We were still bad. You were still really bad. But you found a way. And I will tell you this: I'd much rather learn these lessons with a win. If you'd have told me, Ralph, come into the show real quick. I got a question for you. Is there a scenario where you can gamble on what a team's record and who it's against at a certain point in the season?
What do you mean?
So, I'm gonna please call back. I want to put this point in here. Is there? So, can you gamble on the fact? Ralph, just take the call the show thing off real quick while you talk about this. Is there a can you gamble on what your record is and who it's against?
I mean,
all I'm saying is this: what are the odds that this team is going to be 3-3 with a win over Miami and a loss to Bowling Green? What would the odds have been on that? Ridiculous.
You wouldn't have put money on it if that's what you're asking me. I mean, look. I mean, it's just when we went beginning of the season, when you went to the schedule, you went Bowling Green, easy win. No, not calling you out. I'm just saying, but that's what everyone expected. I mean, Bowling Green's a bottom tier group of 5 school. An easy walkthrough. You overlooked them. I said this to you on the phone. You overlooked Bowling Green. Miami overlooked you because you lost to Bowling Green last week. It happens. I know we're talking about, this is a great win for Georgia Tech. It truly is. Play 60 minutes football. You did.
Yeah.
But you played horrible. So you take the win, celebrate it. But you go back Sunday morning or Monday morning, whenever they get it back and go over film, you got to choose some people out because a lot of people played bad football in that second half, honestly.
Yeah.
But you're right, though. You don't gamble that. No. I mean,
well, you don't, and I think the thing is too, when you look at this game, I mean, the fact that Tech was even able, I will say this, up until around the third quarter, and if I go back to our great partners, Ralph, could you bring up our special friend and guest real quick? Could you bring him up? The one that you always bring on? No. He sometimes appears in your background behind the scenes of the show. Yeah. And just lean out of the way so we can. Yeah, Ralph's going to take care of that. We have this really, really special guest that I want at least people to comment and like the video about. That Ralph, one of Ralph's really, really good friends and friend of the show. Yeah. So everyone, welcome in. We got this right here. So I think that when we look at what this win means. Yep, PFF, Pro Football Focus, in here with us live. When we do that, God, that's amazing. All right, Ralph, you can go back. The stats aren't great. I mean, the stats aren't fantastic. And look, this is me at the game. I got to get my thoughts together on this. Okay, so overall, what Tech was able to do, this is just, it doesn't make any sense. I'll say this, Ralph. Our bowl hope's still alive? Yeah. Now you need 3 wins, okay? You need 3 wins to go to a bowl game. And you can get them. Ralph, Syracuse has been exposed by better football teams now, okay? So the film is out on them, how to beat them. Now, we're going to talk about this next week. We're going to have some loaded shows worth of and loaded content next week during the bye week of things that I want to see, kind of a state of the program through the season. But Dr. Bob puts it right here. BC, Syracuse, Virginia. Yeah. Ralph, if you beat those teams, you're going to a bowl game.
Mm-hmm.
For the first time since my boy Taquan Marshall was the quarterback. I think they played the Quick Lane Bowl at Ford Field. So, that being said, you need 3. Could you get to 7? Maybe. But this is the thing, and we're going to talk about this. And so I want to open the phone lines back up here in just a second. We're going to do that here in just a second. Go ahead.
You get a bye week. Good. It's great because you really need a bye week.
You need it. You need it. You need to get Chase Lane healthy. Chase Lane's got to be healthy going into the rest of the season.
Healthy. Just because Boston College has struggled, do not overlook them.
I'll be honest. I'm going to be honest with this. You cannot overlook anybody. You're just not good enough to overlook anybody. Because 2 things. In the span of 2 weeks, you have learned not to overlook an inferior on paper opponent. And you've also learned, Ralph, that when you've been on both ends of it, I should say. You've been on the end of when you overlook a team, when a team overlooks you. Tech had no business winning football game, but they found a way. What does that speak to? It speaks to the resiliency. It speaks to the ability to bounce back. And overall, man, it speaks to. I don't. This is what Brinke said, and I don't agree with this in the least bit. I'll wear the hoodie, and I just don't. I don't. It is what it is. The idea that you learned your identity in this game, no, you didn't. You learned that you're okay, but there's no offensive identity. You looked horrible.
I do like one of the things he said though. It's not about the people outside the game. It's about the guys in that locker room and inside those doors. It's just saying I'm not hearing what they're saying outside the doors. I'm hearing what they're saying, what these guys are saying inside. I'm sure there's a lot of anger after last week. I mean, I'm sure. I mean, I've been even playing high school football. We lost games we shouldn't have lost, and we've won games we probably shouldn't have won. You learn a lot about your team in those situations, and like you said, I mean, we've been saying the whole time, it's not a good win. I mean, it's a win, but not a pretty one. So
yeah.
You use this as a bye week as much as you can.
Yeah, I mean you absolutely have to. No, it's and Dr. Bob is absolutely 110% correct here. This game would tell us not only about the team but about this program. You're right, and you're not your identity but your character. You learned who you are as a team in the mental aspect. Now you have got to go work on the X's and O's because you cannot play like this against anybody else and depend it to win. And I'm also going to say this. You didn't deserve to win this game, but you did execute. And that's what we were kind of getting to before. You were able to execute in the end when it mattered. And that's all that matters in this game. but it's, and I see we have this right here, the Strider comment, the offense looked bad, but to say we played bad is BS. You played terrible. Like, you did not play well. Like this, like, we do not need to get confused and think that this was a well-oiled machine out there playing football.
You allowed 454 yards to your 250. You ran the ball for 99 yards. You gave up 166.
Timeout, though. You had under 200 until that final drive. Like, so you didn't play well.
You didn't have a passing touchdown to that last drive either.
Yeah. I will say this. This was a game, and I mentioned this earlier. This is a game that until Tech started.
And 12 first downs tonight.
Fair enough. Till the second drive of the third quarter of this game.
Spell my name right.
Yeah. Spell his name. Show the man some respect.
It's on the screen.
Here's my thing in this. Until when you got to the second drive of the third quarter, you hadn't scored. You had punted 5 times and you had an interception, and you were still somehow in this game. And now your defense, they played well in spells. This is not a well-oiled machine defense. It wasn't really a great performance necessarily. But I will tell you this: Miami let you hang around in this game, and this is what happens. So I don't think that there's gonna be a lot of things to film, but you enjoy it tonight. You enjoy coming back and win, and then you have to get on the grind, because if you're serious about being a good team and a good program, you can't rely on this. Like, this is what I need people to understand. This is a lot of fun, and we're going to go in depth on this on Tuesday. This was a lot of fun, a ton of fun. But you can't win consistently like this. This is not a consistent way to win football games. It's not a way to consistently be a great program or be a good program. You can have these different, type of games sprinkled in, but you've got to have games where you can. This can't be. This is starting to feel like, and I know this game was nuts and way more nuts than Pitt or UNC last year. But you can't just like pop up out of nowhere during the season, because this is a very Jekyll and Hyde team. That's what it is. And so, we're going to enjoy this win. We'll talk more about it on Tuesday night. Make sure you're tuned in. We're going to go Tuesday. We're probably going to go Tuesday and maybe Thursday live again. But once again, make sure you're liking this video. Make sure you're subscribing to the content as well. Completely free. Head over to thecrowdedbooth.com. If you want some of this merch, Ralph, throw up that Section 103 banner. Not the video, just the banner. Some great stuff. They got the Coach Key hoodie. Use code CrowdedBooth for 10% off your first order. Fantastic stuff. They've got just great stuff. And we absolutely liked it. I wanted to go to this comparison real quick. A lot of people are sitting here saying, well, the defense played great. You ready for this, Ralph? You had no quarterback hurries. You had 1 sack, 3 turnovers, 2 forced fumbles. You had 5 total turnovers that you forced. So you didn't, I don't know. It's just something weird. There's a lot of things to clean up. Let's open up back of the phone lines real quick, and we'll roll from here. Ralph, go ahead and put that up there. It's look, I want to say, Strider, you needed this win. I'm not trying to downplay the importance of the win. I'm just saying this is not a sustainable. It isn't a sustainable way to build your program, and I don't want to take away from it. For me, it cannot dictate the decision making and all these different things that you go from here. So let's get the call lines open. 706-940-2315. Yeah, I just and we're not cherry picking stats. Like, they didn't play well. Like, you didn't. I don't know what you want me to sit here and tell you did a fantastic job of. You gave up 23 total first downs, 10 rushing, 12 passing. They averaged 5.5 yards per play. You didn't go out there and dominate. I don't get it. They were 3-4 in the red zone. They were 50% on third down. So it's not cherry picking stats. It's literally giving you the information and telling you the factual information. Let's get to this call right here, though. Hey, thanks so much for calling. Let us know where you're calling from and what's your name?
Hey, this is Josh from Atlanta. I'm a tech student, semi-long-term watcher of the show, and I'm ecstatic, obviously, about this win. I agree with what you said. It doesn't wipe away Bowling Green, and we didn't play well. It wasn't pretty, But I kind of want to share some of the takeaways that I had. Was, neither does our defense nor our offense have to play perfect to win games like this. This happens. You look at the Wake game, you look at North Carolina and Pitt last year, but you can't have the offense playing really well and the defense not show up, and you can't have 3 and outs. That's been our big problem, is having these 3 and outs. Our defense gets tired out, and they don't have to play locked down. But if you give them time to have some energy, I think you can be competitive in some of these more important games.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Hey, appreciate you tuning in, and glad we got a student. Were you watching the game on campus by any chance?
I was not. I was at home with my parents. So
Gotcha. Well, look, I mean, obviously, just still a really, really, really fun game, and man, it's awesome. It's really, really awesome. And like I said, enjoy it tonight. Enjoy it tonight, because this is not something that happens very often. But appreciate you calling, man.
No,
Josh.
it isn't.
Josh, you have a fantastic rest of your night.
Thank you. You too. Go Jackets.
Hey, can you never mind.
Hey, thanks for calling. You're on Swarm Talk, Bryce Koon. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Glenn from Rome, Georgia.
Rome, Georgia. I absolutely love myself some Rome, Georgia. Spent some time there.
Oh, really? Okay.
When I was at Berry College. So, yeah. No.
Oh, yeah, I got you.
Let's fucking roll. How you feeling?
I'm good, man. Great win. Unbelievable. Wanted to get your opinion of something.
Yeah,
we won, but the play calling with Buster in that third quarter when we had momentum. What do you think about his play calling? And also that some of that same play calling was in that Louisville game, that third quarter when we got real conservative. I thought I would have taken one score, just like this game, one touchdown. The game would have been over.
Yeah, no. Look, first off, appreciate you calling. I do. I think that the play calling. Look, they've got to do something. The offensive line's got to play better. They've got to take more shots down the field, because we've seen them be explosive doing that. I do think they really, really missed Chase Lane. I think that they were really starting to find a nice little rhythm personally with him in that lineup. Singleton can't be the only guy on the field making plays. Malik Rutherford, like when this group has the full stable, which I think is going to be essentially kind of, if you had a starting 4 at the receivers, I would like to see Lane. I'd like to see Rutherford, Singleton, and probably, you go back to his performance, Dominic Blaylock against Bowling Green, if he gets rolling, and you can be interchangeable there. You've got to get your weapons the ball. And man, credit to Haynes King. He's a baller, but, and once again, I appreciate you talking and calling tonight. I do agree with you that let's have fun. This is a great win. We needed this, but we can't act like there's not still some potential big issues, with this team, and they'll address them. But like I said, for tonight, we have fun with it. But I do agree with you. The play calling was a little iffy to me. It does get uber conservative. I don't know if this is your first time watching or listening, but I mentioned last week on the show that one of the big things for me is it seems like that Faulkner scripts out this game really well, but after he gets to the first, second, third, or fourth drive, beyond that, the game flow, play calling within game flow, it really seems to struggle for me. And what are your thoughts on that?
I'll agree. It's a little scary. The offense has shown at times it can be really potent.
Yeah.
And at the end of the game, and I've been a Tech fan for 30 plus years, for Rutherford to make that play and that lane, I don't know if our receivers over the last 10 years could have made plays like that on a drive right at the end of the game. Those guys are playmakers.
Yeah, they are. And you mentioned right there, Christian Leary. I mean, the guy that caught the pass.
Leary.
Yeah, and if you go back, and once again, we're going to keep moving on to more callers, but thank you so much for calling in, man. And obviously,
Enjoy your show. Appreciate it. Have a good night.
You too, man. You too. Fantastic caller up there in Rome, Georgia. Let's say this. Look, Christian Leary did a great job, Ralph, on that final play of getting open and doing what you need as a quarterback, scrambling. I think that we got to give credit to Leary for recognizing his quarterback saw, a potential opportunity. There was no one behind him. I don't know. I really.
I have one comment. If you want to pause the calls real quick, I just want to.
I paused him. Yeah.
This is I was on the phone with you when this happened, and Dr. Bob's comment. It's truly sad to watch that happen, because I don't know who it was, but I want to say it was Rutherford. Got hit with a water bottle. He probably doesn't even realize he got hit with it because there was just so much adrenaline going through his body. He's also wearing shoulder pads, so it didn't hurt him. But that could be anything. So
yeah,
I don't have any Miami fans watching this, but if you're a fan, don't throw stuff at players. Look, these are guys who are 18 to 22 years old. They're just athletes, man. They're just playing football. Leave them alone. It's sad.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know the Braves threw stuff on the field. They weren't throwing at players. They're just throwing trash on the field because they're upset. But like, don't hit a player in the back. It's uncalled for, in my opinion. I've never been a fan of that stuff. I understand. Like we go and we get angry at games and we're angry at the players and angry at coaches. But end of the day, dude, like we're not on the field playing. Like we shouldn't be upset that something like that happens. Like just you take your loss, you leave, you get upset about it, you go home. You want to comment on Twitter, go comment on Twitter because these guys aren't going to care about it. But don't hit them with stuff. That's uncalled for, and it's trashy. It truly is.
Yeah. No, it is. It is. I agree. Open up the call lines here for a little bit longer. Hey, once again, thanks so much for y'all tuning in. I mean, this has been a ton of fun. We've really consistently sat around over 100 viewers. Fantastic. Once again, if you're tuning in for the first time, what is this? Well, Crowded Booth is a sports talk show based out of Columbus, Georgia. We have our Georgia Tech specific show that you're watching here tonight. We go live at least twice a week. Sometimes we get to do live reaction shows.
Based out of Columbus, Georgia.
Yeah, that's where you live. That's where we're based out of. And that's where the business license is. I'll tell you that much. That's where the business license, the address is. So, yeah.
Oh,
yeah. No, that's what we say at least. Absolutely fun. Absolutely love it. Let's get to a couple more on a night. Welcome in. Thanks for calling. Where are you calling from and what's your name?
Hey, man, this is Shane down in Miami.
Shane, are you a Miami fan or are you a Tech fan?
Now, I'm a Tech fan, but I live down here, man. I was just at the game.
All right. Okay. Perfect, Shane. This is great, Shane. Once again, thanks for supporting. Let me know right now. Let me know right now how you're feeling.
Right, I'm hyped, man. I'm so happy to walk out with that win. We were not expecting it. We actually got up when we couldn't make the first down or when we couldn't stop them. And they got the first down. We got up. We went to the bathroom, and then I heard everybody saying fumble, and I thought they were just playing around. I thought some Tech fans were joking, but we got out of the bathroom. There was a fumble, and then that pass and touchdown was a thing of beauty.
Yeah, no, I mean it really was. You just couldn't. You couldn't have just gone any different, scripted it any different for it to be able to end. Tell me the reaction of Miami fans in the stadium. What was it like? Did it get like really quiet?
Well, I'll say we heard at least 24 F-bombs from the moment the game ended until I got in the car and left. There was not a lot of happy people, and understandably so. We definitely stole one there at the end, but Georgia Tech didn't play their best game. Miami didn't play their best game. Somebody had to lose, and Georgia Tech found a way to be scrappy and hang in there until the last seconds. And as a fan, that's what you want to see, man. Just never give up. Not till the end of the clock hits 0.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I agree with you. I mean, look, someone had to win it, and it's a lot better to learn your lesson, lick your wounds, and figure things out with a win in the column. You know what I mean? With a big dub in the column. That's a lot better to be able to do. I'll take that 10 times out of 10 instead of losing a game and have to learn your lesson after a loss. But hey, Shane, appreciate you calling, man. Are you from Miami?
No, I'm from Atlanta, dude. I got my undergrad at Tech, and I moved down here a couple of years ago. I'm just desperate for some winning seasons and some bowl games again, and this puts a little bit of spirit back into the heart here. So I'm happy to have it. Thank you for having me.
Appreciate it, Shane. Make sure that you follow the channel well as if you haven't already. But thanks so much. We appreciate you, man.
Thank you,
Shane. Man, that's a good way to end it, isn't it, Ralph? That's a really, really good way to end it right there with my man Shane. Thanks so much, everybody, for tuning in. A fantastic show tonight. Dude, it was wild. Absolutely. I'm sorry, Ralph. I'm doing your job over here. Absolutely wild. in a day. Yeah, I will say this: in a span of a week, Ralph, we've seen this program go from complete embarrassment, okay, like complete embarrassment, to this might have been a lost season, to now, dude. I mean, we talked about this. You win 3 games. I thought Tech could be 3-3. Coming in this, I think I picked them to be 2-4. I thought they'd lose to Wake Forest. This was preseason, but then I picked them to beat Wake Forest. That week, did a whole video on it.
Yeah, I mean, it's this.
I don't know, man.
It's impressive that you come back this far, and you played so bad. We've talked about the whole 9. Those guys could probably getting tired of me saying that you played so bad, but you still win the game. It shows you what you can be and what you should be.
Yeah.
And so you take this win. Take it. Just take it. Leave Miami, and just do not look back. Because just forget, honestly, and just remember the last drive of the game. Do not remember the last 20 plus drives of that game.
Yeah, no, it obviously wasn't the prettiest, but you were able to do a lot of different things that I think.
Someone put in Discord. It was a list on all the recruits for Miami at the game. I can tell you right now, there's a lot of disappointed recruits probably. It's those games you choose to have a lot of recruits. You think you're going to blow someone out.
Yeah.
Tech did it last week. A lot of recruits there, disappointing, and you lost for one. Maybe you get one back. Maybe you get a few back. Maybe some of these guys come back and maybe pick up a few. So this is a great win, and now move on.
You move on. You move on indeed. And you know who's also moving on, Ralph? We are.
We
are from this show. Hey, appreciate y'all so much for tuning in. Just a fantastic showing from the Georgia Tech fan base. Why? There's no reason. I'm going to tell you, there's no reason we can't have this much fun each and every single time we go live. I do agree, Zach, there. Fantastic comment around things out. The 24-hour rule. Enjoy this one. Get back to work, because this is going to be an opportunity for you to do a lot of things. Everything's still intact. One thing we're not talking about, Ralph, you're 2-1 in the ACC. You only got 1 loss in the ACC. So, I mean, look, it's a long way to go before this team is complete, before they're consistent. But you know what? You survive and advance. And they head into the bye week with a good chance to really, really with a really good chance to build some momentum, man, because it's going to be a lot of fun. Hey, my name is Bryce Koon. He's Ralph Leary. A little bit about us. If you're first time you've ever walked into the show and you're like, what in the world is going on? We have a college football live show each and every Monday and Wednesday night. We recap the week before on Mondays. We look ahead and preview the games on Wednesdays. If you're a Georgia Tech fan, say, hey, I strictly want to watch Georgia Tech content. Well, you're in luck. Sunday nights, 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern, and Thursday nights, 7:30 Central.
And occasionally shows like this.
And occasionally shows like this when time provides. We do some fun shows, and I think we might be able to do a couple more in there as well. I'm also going to put this out there right now, Ralph. If Tech makes a bowl game, we're all going, and we might host a live show there. I think that's what we're going to do. I've made the decision. Ralph, I'll pay for you to go. How you feel about that?
$175K a day.
$175K a day. My name is Bryce Koon, y'all. Thanks so much for tuning in. Georgia Tech Live Show, absolutely a ton of fun. If you haven't already, we're gonna have a great time. Make sure to tune in tomorrow night. In fact, guess what? Tomorrow night, the Georgia Tech College Football Revamp Dynasty returns Week 1, 2024 against Auburn, Season 2. You're not going to want to miss it. It's going to be a ton of fun. Once again, that's going to start 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern. And we'll rock and roll from there. Ralph, you know what to do. Count Dr. Bomb. Oh, you got to come. You're part of the staff. You're an intern. You got to come in.
Hold on 1 second. I was going to say it Monday night. I'm gonna say it now, Dr. Bob. You made me look terrible in that graphic. I mean, you just killed me, man. Killed by any kind of confidence I had. So, thanks.
Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. We're gonna end it with 69 viewers. That's nice. We'll see you next time here on an episode of Swarm Talk, brought to you by the Crowded Booth. Real quick. Section 103. Get all the greatest gear, everything you want. 10% off. Use code Crowded Booth. Fantastic stuff. Great sponsor. The presenting sponsor of the show as well. Ralph, what you got?
I was wondering, you want me to play the outro or intro?
Yeah, let's go and play the outro. We'll see you later.
make yourself feel at home. The crowded booth is coming on.
The Crowded Booth with Bryce Koon.